Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today, which is the 7th day of 7 videos, I really hope this video goes up today because I'm going to try and do it with my voice, so I can't speed it up. So the video in time will not be shorter, obviously, as opposed to if I crop it, it's really quick to upload. Anyway, this is 2 gift bags from one sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock, and I'm going with coordinating with the boxes that we made in another video earlier in the week. So you will need a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, cut that in half at 6 inches, and you're going to get these 2 boxes. I like the big hole. You don't have to have it. I just like the quirkiness of it. It's just my kind of thing. I didn't decorate the back on that side, but I did on that one. You can or you don't have to. So that is the bag. The shape will be like that at the top. You don't have to do that. If you don't want that, don't put the lines in, but it just helps to squeeze it a little bit more, like so. Do apologise again if you hear me sniffling. I don't want to keep apologising because I don't want to keep making the video all about that, but so, you know, I will say it. So you will need a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock cut in half at 6 inches. And all I'm doing for this is taking the measurements from that fold flat box that we did. And I don't know if you noticed, but it is 2 sizes. So they are the same in width, they're different in height. Okay, so one is 4 inches this way, and the other one is 4.5 inches. So it's just something a little different. You could just make it the same. You don't have to do that. Also going to need 2 pieces of paper, designer paper or whatever you'd like to call it. And the first one wants to measure 3 7/8 of an inch by 3 5/8 of an inch. Just a second. And then the second piece, sorry about that, wants to measure 3 5/8 of an inch by 4 3/8 of an inch. They're your pieces. Obviously, if you want to decorate the back, cut 2 of each. Right, just going to take my stylus, and you want to score at 2 inches, 5 3/4 inches, 7 3/4 inches, and 11.5. And just leave that for a second and do the next one the same. So you want to score at 2 inches, 5 3/4 inches, 7 3/4 inches, and 11.5. Now the difference here is going to be the score on the bottom. This one's going to be at 2. You can go ahead and do the same one on the other piece at 2, and you'll get the smaller one. On this next piece, I'm going to do it at 1.5. Oops. 1.5 inches. So that's the scoring done. So next you want to fold and burnish all of your score lines. Excuse me. So folding and burnishing your lines. Actually, I've missed a step. I'll go back in a second. Also, if you want the side pieces that I did, it's so that it looks neat when you're folding it. If not, if you don't do it, you're probably going to get a crease. So just putting your stylus back in. On this one, you want to score again on the side pieces at 1 inch down to that score line. And again, you want to take this one and score that in the centre at 1 inch. So the mark will be 1 inch and 6 3/4 inches. And then you just want to repeat that on the next piece. So at 1 inches and 6 3/4 inches, only down to the first score line, as you can see. That's just going to help box to fold. So when you fold and burnish your lines, don't burnish these ones for a second, and then you fold up that one. And while we're here, we may as well do the next one as well. then the bottom of that as well. And then cutting, as always when you make any bag, you want to cut up these squares. Oops. And then just notching, and that's going to allow your box to close nicely. And then cut up this square and notch, and then this one and notch, and then taking off this rectangle completely here on the end and notch. And then I just like to notch on the top as well. And then what you want to do is just go ahead and repeat that on your second piece. I'm going to pause it and then I'll come back. I'm back. So now you're going to have two pieces that look like that. Just have a quick sip of my coffee, it's going cold. Okay, so then what you want to do is turn them over and look where the back of your box is going to be. So this is the front, and then that'll be the front as well. So using your papers that we cut, you're going to place one there and one there. So just taking your glue of choice, I like liquid glue, I am going to glue this on as quick as possible. Glue it all over there if you're going to put the hole in. If you're not, really don't worry about it. You can just leave yours plain. So placing that on like so. So that's your first one. And then the second one, just place your glue on. And then just placing that on as well. There we go. And then what you can do then is I like to mark with a pencil. I can find one. So just placing that on and finding the centre. So that's 3 3/4. What I do? So 1 1/2. So it's about 1 7/8 of an inch. Just pop a mark there, and then you can just mark the back as well. 1 7/8, so about here. You could just eyeball that. And again, repeating it on the next piece. About there. It's just so when you cut your circles out, they line up. If you're not too fussy. I am quite a bit fussy. And then what you want to do, I like to glue mine first. You don't have to, you could just cut them out. That's just going to fold nice and flush. So putting some glue on the side. And then laying your box flat and just pressing up there. Use your bone folder for that bit, and then repeating the next step, same step I mean, on your next piece. And there we go. And then just folding that over, closing that up, and use your bone folder. You can even push back that way and that way. Bringing this one back in. So don't forget I said one will be taller than the other, which the difference is it doesn't quite meet, but that really doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, keep it at 2 inches. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on there and the back. I'm not going to put it all over because there's a gap. And then popping a bit of glue on this side. Also, so then you can close your box and just press down on it. You can turn it over and get your bone folder in and just give that a press down. So then you want to repeat that step on the next one. So closing in the side tabs, glue on there, oops, bit of glue on the back, glue all across the front. And as you can see, this one will close flush. So that's the difference. And then get your bone folder in again. Then what I like to do is I've got, what is this? A 1 1/4 inch punch. I'm just going to put that right where my hole is. So I'm centering the mark in the centre of my punch and pop. And then again, centering the mark and pop. So then I'm just going to repeat that step on this one. Look. And then again on that one. If you can see, a pencil mark is in there. You can see it, so I'm just centering it into the centre of the punch if I can. Best of that I can. So that's that. I'm just going to pause it because I forgot my ribbon. Okay, I'm back. So I've got some ribbon. It's not the ribbon I wanted, but it's okay. On these ones I used seam binding ribbon and this polka dot tool, so you can use whatever you like, but these that were made are going to help you. Just press that nicely like that, and because I put the pencil marks in, you can see that my punch holes are quite even. So again, there we go. So then I'm just going to use this pretty ribbon that I've got. Just cut myself a piece off. If you're having holes this big, it is nice to have a thicker ribbon because it will help, because the hole is so huge. So I'm just going to pop a peg on there and try and tie a bow. I usually like to put boxes on my knee when I make bows, but it's okay, I think. It's probably going to have to do. I didn't do a bow on the other one, I just did like a knot. But that's okay. So I'm going to leave that one like that. So it's not perfect, the bow, but it's still, you can still see what I mean. So again, we're just going to pop a peg on the end. Just helps to hold the ribbon. Take a length, feed it through the hole, and then tie a bow. You could put some nice chocolates in this bag, a little bit of jewellery, all sorts. Some little cosmetics maybe. I'm not going to get that. So I'm just going to leave that one like that. I'll mess about with that after the video, so that it'll be okay for the pictures. But they're the bags. So that's those two, and that's those two. So I really do hope you enjoyed watching that. I hope you'll give it a go yourself. Sorry this video is so long, but yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you again next time.